we as City Police have a duty to make sure that our clients or residents are ready to take this journey and therefore ultimately they return safely. And that's why we have to ensure that they are safe in all respect. Therefore, our approach is guided by the Decade of Action for Road Safety, which has been extended from 2020 to 2030. And then we join the National Crime Prevention and Road Safety Operations, codenamed Hokanam under Namibian Police Force, which is phase 5 or phase 5 or 4. And then we also have the National Road Safety Campaign, which is done under the auspices of zero death or serious injuries. Now, it's quite a tall order, but it is time for action and we have to maintain focus. Therefore, we have just identified a few areas that we'll be concentrating on, which is driver fitness from the perspective of driving under the influence of alcohol or drug having a narcotic effect. We'll be looking at pedestrian safety. We'll look at occupant safety, mostly looking at the wearing of seat belts, especially for all occupants where a vehicle is equipped with a seat belt, but also how we are carrying our children. Children should not ride on the laps of their parents or allowed just to wander around in the vehicle. They must also be safely secured, be it in a seat belt or in an appropriate child restraint for their size. General fitness of vehicles and drivers will look basically at roadworthiness. Then we will have moving violations, which is a critical one of transgressing the rules of the road, speeding included. And then we'll look at public passenger transport, and then highway patrol, where we'll be complementing the other law enforcement agencies to increase our visibility. And all of this will be overarched by execution of warrants of arrest. Why execution of warrants of arrest? It's very important that people do not have the perception that laws are made to be broken. If you commit an offense or a suspected offense, you have a duty to account for it. Either defend or, if you admit, pay the admission of guilt or fine. If you don't do that, certainly it's creating the perception that you can just continue breaking the law. What are we going to do? We are going unrelentlessly behind those or after those with outstanding warrants. We'll deploy the technology, ANPR system, which is automatic number plate recognition system, a camera system that is fed with the data, and then we'll just simply fish out those vehicles with outstanding traffic fines or warrants by comparing the number plate with our data. By so doing, you are decreasing holding up traffic, and you only just deal with those that are having outstanding notices. We'll do roadblocks, and during roadblocks we'll do call outs or also consult our registers. Then we will also visit workplaces, even though some will be on a break, and then we'll also do a telephonic tracing. So I'm just imploring once again upon all license holders, especially in the surrounding of Windhoek, just do a quick call to our office or pass by at City Police headquarters in Session Street, PA David building, and just confirm if perhaps there are any outstanding notices on your person and resolve it before you take the journey. Unfortunately, if there are active outstanding warrant of arrest, we will just stop you in your track and make sure you get arrested, because that's the instruction from the court, because you are in contempt of court, and then you get arrested until you can appear before the magistrate on the next available court date. Finally, I just want to once again call upon the citizens. It's not about arriving, but it's about arriving safely. So let's be patient when you take the road. Let's plan our journey. Let's prepare the vehicle. Let's be prepared ourselves as drivers. Please don't overload your vehicles. Your holiday should start right from your residence as you're traveling. Already start appreciating the scenery. Now and again, please pull over at least after every 200 kilometers of travel if you are having a long journey to take, and make sure that you can be rested and freshen up, because fatigue can also be a killer. Along your route, just find out if there are some places that are of interest that you can go around and view or take your family to appreciate, so that we can arrive safely at our final destinations. By so doing, I think we'll have a blessed festive season, and we'll be seeing all our residents back in one piece next year, 2022.
Okay, before we go there, I would like you to shed more light on when somebody gets pulled over and they have an outstanding warrant of what? Outstanding warrant of arrest? Yes. So what happens to them?
Good. By law, a warrant of arrest means, actually, as the word says, it's an instruction given by a magistrate for a person to be detained and then be brought before court. So generally what happens is we would be stopping a vehicle, and each and every driver will do that reference check on our system, because it's an electronic system that is very simple to access. So it's computerized. You don't waste time to fish out, especially if you're using the camera, much easier, but also by means of locking with our mobile communication devices, or you just make a radio call to our back office, provide the name and the identity number, and then we have the positive identification. Thereafter, we'll then present a copy of the warrant of arrest to the individual, or request the individual to accompany us up to the office, our office, so as for us to present the warrant of arrest. Perhaps there may be some maybe challenges as far as the person may say, no, but I've paid that notice, I can present the receipt, whatever the circumstances that can be dealt with, and then thereafter you will certainly be taken to the nearest police station where you will be detained. However, everything changes the moment you present yourselves. If you come voluntarily, or if you just call us at our available numbers of City Police Service, we'll just be checking on the records and give you information, and then you'll be sitting with peace of mind. So therefore, those that are coming voluntarily, generally we'll be trying to make arrangement for them to appear before the magistrate without necessarily being detained.
Okay. And when we spoke Friday, you said there are about 45,000 outstanding arrest warrants. Is this from which year?
Yes, as the saying goes, the arm of the law is long. So as long as we have proof that you committed an offense, that warrant will remain active. Yes, because you have what is called a bench warrant, which is only having a lifespan of 30 days. However, what we have here are warrants that are extended over an unlimited period of time. So until such time we execute it, it still will remain a warrant of arrest. So another request that we'd also want to extend to the public there is, it's possible at times that you have someone that may have a outstanding warrant of arrest who is perhaps deceased. In that instance, just present the death certificate. We'll still do the checkup on the system, and then obviously that warrant of arrest will be cancelled by the magistrate once that proof is presented. So by so doing, you're actually also minimizing the number of warrants that we have here on our files, but at the same time, also because the vehicle will be linked to that outstanding notice, if you perhaps happen to inherit, will have a free drive without being confronted by law enforcement officers at every other street corner.
Okay.